For the new guys, let's talk a little bit about what is this. This is the most traditional positioning or situation that we have in the Brazilian Jiu-jitsu. Okay, this thing here means the essence of the sport, because for everybody who has never seen a Brazilian Jiu-jitsu fight before, they might think that this guy is winning and I'm losing. And I can tell you that it's totally opposite way, because I have 1,000 chances to submit him and he doesn't have maybe 1 or 2 to submit me from there, and it might not work so good as the possibilities that I have from here. From here I can choke him, I can make arm bars, shoulder locks, many things, and he doesn't have anything against me. Everything that he tries to do, it's gonna go against himself. If he tries to choke me from here, I'm gonna break his both arms. If he tries to take my arm to do some armbar or some crazy stuff in here, I'm gonna take his arm again. So this is the most traditional, the typical positioning from the BJJ. Okay, but there's a couple of concepts that we need to pay attention before we start talking about real techniques. The main goal here for me, before I start attacking him, I need to bring him for a good positioning for me, for my attacks. And his goal is to escape from my legs, because inside my legs he knows that I'm danger. I can be danger outside when he's outside my legs, but in here I am more danger than he is to me. So his goal is try to escape from my legs and arrive on my side or on my mount or on my back mount, like in here. So this is his goal, and my goal, of course, is to avoid that, submit him from here, or invert the situation, sweeping him to stay on top. Okay? So today we're gonna see like the really basic things about this beginning that we are in here. First of all, I need to pay attention in his posture, because if he has a good posture like he has now, I don't even reach him. So it's impossible to do attacks when the opponent has a good posture. Alright? So the first thing, I want him close to me, because in here I can reach his neck, his arms, everything. In there I don't reach. So it's not good for me to keep him up. I need to think about bringing him down all the time. But we know that it's a fight. The guy gonna fight against that. He's not gonna just stay hanging with his head down. He's gonna try to avoid it. And that's gonna make the thing interesting, because I need to have more options and think faster than him. We're gonna start here with a really basic exercise, okay? With the most basic sweep that we have to change the situation. I want to stay on top, I don't want to stay on my back. So I will sweep my opponent using his reaction against himself. First of all, I'm gonna work on his wrists, my both hands on his wrists, and also using my legs. So I use the wrists and the leg, my both legs, bringing him down. So I use both like this. Now his head is down. But it's a really easy movement to him just to sit up again, to go with his head up again. And this is exactly the movement that I need to notice it and understand what I need to do after that, because otherwise we could stay all day long. I do this and he stand up. I do this. It's not the thing. I need to have something else. And this is exactly what I'm gonna do now. I pull both wrists and with my legs. When he's standing up, I'm gonna do exactly that movement that you just did in the warm-up, the cut up, right? So finished. When he's standing up, at the same time I step with my leg with one side, the other side I can keep my leg stretched. I escape my hips to the same side as my leg, and I place my knee on his belly right here. Okay? Now there's two things. I can keep my both hands on his wrist if I want to, but to make the things even more hard to him to avoid this, I prefer to take my hand, my left hand, that is the same side that I escaped my hip, go to his lapel. If I don't have lapel, like if you guys don't have the gi right now, it works also in the head, same thing. Okay? If you have the gi, go to the lapel. If you don't, keep his head down, because he will fight against that. He will try to put his posture, but here I can control him better. Okay? Now my right leg goes all the way to the mat. I'm hitting the mat. I'm not trying to do it on his leg. It needs to touch the leg. Look, my leg is on the mat. My other leg, my other knee is on his belly. Okay? So now, before I try to sweep him, I need to pull him a little bit more to waiting for his reaction. When I do this, he tried to sit back. Perfect timing. Now he doesn't have any power on his legs. All his power is focused on his back. So his legs are so light that I just need to cross my legs right now, like scissors. And that's why the name of the sweep is scissor sweep. And I come, following the movement, and I'm on the mount. Now I have advantage. I inverted the situation. He doesn't have anything against me. Everything that he tries to do gonna be bad to himself. So now I'm really winning. Okay? So let's see again. First of all, I fight against his posture. I can come here in both wrists, or I can already start with one in the lapel and one in the wrist. Okay, it's not necessary to be here or both here, but I prefer one on the lapel or on the neck if you don't have the gi, and one in the wrist. Now I break his posture. When he's standing up, I use this momentum to step and escape my hip, the shrimp movement. Now this knee is almost already in his belly, so I just put a little bit more like this, and the other leg goes all the way to the mat. Okay, now we got the positioning that we should make, but I still don't have enough strength to make the sweep, because his weight is all on his legs, so it's hard. He's heavy here, so I need to make a good way to make his legs more easy for me. So I pull him. From here I can already sweep, but he's not gonna allow that. He will try to come back. When he's coming back, no more weight on his legs. He's not sitting on his legs anymore. So it's easy to me, just cross my legs. And I don't stop, I just follow the movement and come to the mount. Okay?